What's up? We're down here at a Twilight shoot. I'm a real estate videographer and I'm going to show you my process. I've shot thousands of these before. And yeah, I'm going to show you my process for exactly what we do on a Twilight shoot. First up, I'm going to have my wide lens on. I'm going to shoot my Twilight flip shot, so we'll get our Twilight transitions. I'm going to put my tight lens on, get all the tight shots of the outside of the property and the inside of the property. It's a bit of an acreage property, so it should be a little bit spicy. It's quite a nice property. And then we'll swap it back, wait until the light goes down a little bit, get all the internals, get all the externals, get these Twilight transitions, and somewhere in there we'll also get the agent, the agent's piece to camera as well. So first things first, when you rock up to a property, always just let the agent know that you're here and then let the sellers know that you're here. Introduce yourself to the sellers, manage their expectations for what the shoot's going to look like, start setting up the gear, assess the situation and get into the shoot. Yeah, I just went in there, introduced myself to the seller and just managed her expectations, just told her exactly what was happening for the duration of the shoot, my name, Henrik's name, we've got Matt as well. And now I'm just going to set up the Blackmagic. So we're using the Blackmagic 6K today. So probably like one of the most important things in real estate videography is a well-balanced gimbal. And especially with Blackmagic, there's no stabilization or any of that jazz. So just making sure all the fine tunings is all set up and it's looking pretty good. I'm not too crazy about it. So we're going to turn it on and do the auto balance as well. So that's just the front and back, so we can auto balance this guy. So because I know that at some point soon I'm going to get the intro with the agent, I'm just going to take the microphone and put it in my pocket. And if we haven't already, which I think I have done, I'm just going to format the card and then we can jump into the shoot. So yeah, we're just kind of trying to find the angle at the moment for the Twilight transition shots. I generally only get 2 of them per Twilight property now, and I just hold on them for a little bit longer to make it more impactful. All right, so I've just found the spot that I'm doing my transition from. I'm just gathering a couple of leaves for my marker on the ground. And I'm going to place my foot here. I'm going to line up the camera and I'll show you the shot that I get, obviously. But it's always just like, I'm looking at my foot on the ground, my foot's on the marker, and then I line up the camera to one spot on my little marker on the camera, and then I just take the shot. And so I've found my spot. I've got my foot lining. I just check it once, move back a bit, press record, and slowly move forward. And that's the shot. I got it there. For Twilights, for the flip shots, I always just get one extra shot just in case. But I'm pretty confident with these now. Got my marker on screen, check my foot, lean back a bit, wait till the agent leaves, press record, move forward. Cool, we got it. So a little bit on theory, essentially when you're shooting properties, you always shoot it in sections because that's going to make it really easy to edit. So for example, obviously we're on an acreage property here. So the backyard section, if the way I think about it is like, there's 5 or 6 pieces of the puzzle and they're all mini puzzles in themselves. And so I'm going to shoot the backyard, which is one mini puzzle, which fits into the larger puzzle. But if you can shoot the puzzle in order, it's going to make it easier to put that puzzle together later on because the pieces, they fit together really well. But yeah, sometimes on acreage properties, the puzzle pieces aren't as straightforward. It's not just like a square backyard. So that's also why we're shooting this video today, so that we can just decide what shots we need to get to make that section easy to shoot and edit. So the agent just asked the seller what the best part of the property is. And that's really good information for us. We can either ask the seller or we can ask the agent, because then we can focus on and highlight that, because at the end of the day, the video is for the seller. So we want to make sure they're stoked as well. Sweet, so same deal. I've lined up my Twilight shot in the back here. Just gonna grab a rock, pop that down, put my foot there, and then find the spot, which is the fence paling. I'm gonna take the shot, but there's a few people in the way for now, so. All right, we're lining this shot up. Nice. And it's very hard right now because the sun's belting down on us, so I'm trying not to clip it. So I'm just trying to get the best between the shadows and the darkness, but it's not an exposure lesson. All right, and I'll just get the shot one more time. Sweet, so we're just changing lenses now. On Twilights, you have to be very careful because you are at the whim of the light. So gonna get all our tight shots, and then agent stuff, and then jump on the drone. Then we're just left waiting for the sunset so we can capture the perfect Twilight afternoon. So obviously, so with the Blackmagic, you're obviously setting your white balance and exposure levels all manually. But yeah, there's a couple of different things that you can do in terms of shot movements. You can do like a panorama, just a side on. You can do like a whip down. I'm just going to keep it side ons because I really want to make this shoot nice and classy. So just going to jump in and get my first shot here. So just line up the shot, take the shot, move on. So you can get as many shots as you want. I generally keep the tight shots between 7 and 10 tight shots. Depends on all the features of the property, right? But yeah, you don't want to go overboard with it because then there's more stuff you have to edit or cut out. But yeah, just shoot all the cool things that you think deserve a close-up, really. Nice. Just line the shot up, take the shot, move on. So for tight shots, you're always focusing more on features and features that you might not show specifically in a wide shot. So obviously we're on an acreage property here. There's a cheeky little shed down the back. If I can show some of the trees and the foliage with the shed as well, I'm obviously not going to get a close-up of that. We could just leave that for people to see at the open home, but I might just get a shot of that because I'm not going to see it in a wide shot specifically, you know? Nice. Again, just find the shot, make sure there's some foreground, make sure it's framed well, line it up, get the focus, get the white balance, take the shot, move on. So like all my shots, they're like 3 seconds long, right? And that's just going to make your editing super easy as well. And that's why I keep saying line it up, take the shot and get out of there. Because like you don't want to be taking shots that are 20 seconds long because then it's going to take you so long to find that half a second that you're going to use in the edit. Cool. So that's the backyard kind of covered. We'll get one of the outdoor entertaining area and then get a couple inside and then we can swap back over and do the agent intro. So like I saw the seller tinkering with this bar fridge over here before. So I'm going to include that because it's just like, this is obviously something that they've installed themselves. And you want to show off those details because that'll make the seller stoked. Just kind of scoping out cool tight shots. So I see a bathtub here through the corner. Get a tight shot of that. I'm going to change my white balance. I usually keep white balance inside at about 4,000. So yeah, that looks pretty good there. If you're ever unsure, just punch in, make sure that focus is real critical. But again, this isn't a Blackmagic lesson. This is a shooting property lesson. So, all right, so you can start to plan your speed ramps. So I know that I'll make this one just like a spicy speed ramp. And this will be the end of the speed ramp. And so I'm just gonna make the shot a little bit longer. And then I'll grab that one once more. It's a little bit shaky. So I'll grab the start of the speed ramp now. You can kind of like, as you're going to shoot, start to put together ideas of what your speed ramps are going to be. So this is a really good shot. It puts the depth of the whole room in it. And this will be the start of the speed ramp. And that goes into the next shot. Grab it once more because I could frame it a bit better. All right, so changing lenses back again. Generally, I would, at the start of the shoot, see when the agent wanted to do their piece, but I could see that he was busy talking to the seller and chatting with his other agents. So, but I think he's ready to shoot his bit now, so we can get the agent stuff done now. Cool, so when you're working with agents you've worked with before, they generally know what to say, so you don't have to direct them. Wade makes it nice and easy for us. We've worked with him before, so he knows exactly what to say. But it's just about lining up the shot. Obviously, we're shooting in 25 frames per second right now. I'm just going to press record. I'm going to say set. He's going to do his thing, and we'll move on. All right, I'll pop you like a couple steps this way. Yep, that's perfect. I'll come back a touch. Nice. Alrighty. And set. Yeah, I'll cut the last bit. Yeah. This opportunity. That's some car salesman stuff. Cool. So the other main thing to keep in mind is that you're here to do a job, you know? And so I've seen other media teams work and some people are chilling at properties for 4 hours and that doesn't make any sense to me. For me, it makes sense to get in and out of the property as quickly as possible. Now this one's obviously a twilight shoot, and twilight shoots we book for either 75 or 90 minutes. Generally, obviously, just because we're working with the light and there's different variables. This one being an acreage property, there's a bit more time running around and that kind of thing. But with low set properties or just standard 500 square meter properties, we're in and out of there in 45 minutes to an hour. And so, yeah, the whole idea, obviously we're moving a bit slowly because we're filming a training right now, is to just move as quickly as you possibly can. So everything you're moving, you're acting with urgency, right? because there's been times where I've got 5 other shoots to do that day. And so I've got to act, and then all of a sudden I've got to edit 3 of those shoots that evening, wake up, edit 3 more shoots before I've got 5 more shoots the next day, right? So I'm always acting with urgency. Everything that I'm doing, I'm like, all right, cool, this is what I'm doing right now. I'm going to capture this as efficiently as I can and move on to the next thing. So back to the section theory, I've identified that there's a front section, a back section, there's a living section, there is the drone will be a section, and there's like a bedroom section as well. So that's what, 5 or 6 different sections. So we're just waiting for the light a little bit to go down. We've captured all that stuff at the beginning there, and then I'm going to capture the backyard section, just because obviously it's not going to be lit up late at night, right? So we'll capture the backyard section. So like as we're at the shoot, I'm figuring out what the rest of the shoot's going to look like. So I'll capture that section, then I'll do the drone, then I'll do all the inside, and then it will be perfectly timed so I can capture that end of the Twilight shoot. So in about 10 minutes, we'll capture this backyard section, and I'll walk you through how I'm going to shoot that. So there's a million ways for how you can decide how to shoot a home, and I've decided for this portion of this section, this mini puzzle, I'm going to shoot it in speed ramps, which means each shot has to be a little bit longer. I'm going to ramp into every single shot. I'm going to choose the 5 or 6 best angles, just ramp into every single one of them. And this is the first angle that I'm going to start with for this section, which means I'm going to shoot it in order, which means I'm going to edit it in order to make everything nice and efficient. Cool, so I went garage. This is a cheeky little shot. I don't know if I'll include that in this section, but I just wanted to grab that while I was here. And then just having a look at it, I think like this is a nice angle. It kind of frames everything. I obviously need to capture the chicken coop down there, this little shed here, and then maybe 1 or 2 more angles just showing off a different angle of the property. But I'm just going to try and shoot it in the most logical order. So we're ramping back into this shot and then ramping through again. Oh. And then ramp into the next 2 seconds. So like you probably noticed, I'm just like transferring the weight from one side of my body to the other. Again, like it's all about having a stable gimbal. It's just going to make your life easier. And this comes with practice. But again, I've shot thousands of these. So it's just kind of like I had it here, making sure I've got a really good grip on it. My center of gravity is low, and I'm just transferring the weight in between the clips. Yeah, it's like I might get this shot. So like I might get this shot, but I might not use it. It's always fine to get more coverage. So that one wasn't prime. I just noticed that wasn't as good as it could have been. So I'm just going to get that one more time. Nice. Cool, so like that one, and then maybe this one, and then maybe looking back, right? We're not going to fall into the mud this time. But so it's like similar. So it's like, for example, the backyard's one section, right? But each shot is its own little section. So we like the two sheds, they were their own section. Down here's a little section, like this is a little section. So we're just going to show each, so just micro puzzles into slightly bigger puzzles into slightly bigger puzzles. Does that make sense? So what do we get? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll probably use 5 of them. We got some tight shots. Remember, we're going to pop those in, but also we're going to pop the drone up and capture it in huge detail. So realistically, we just cover this whole acreage backyard in like 5 shots. There'll probably be 7 to 10 in total, but we're going to be moving super quickly. So yeah, as I said, just get in and out of there, plan the shots. So you rock up to a section, be like, oh, these are the 5 shots of this section, shoot them and get out of there. Sorry. All right, we're doing drone now. I'm going to try not to talk while I'm doing the drone because dangerous things can happen during that. But essentially, what do we capture, Henrik? Usually like 6 to 7 video clips. I'm going to capture all the photos as well. A couple of front shots. Whoop, need that. A couple of front shots, a couple of back shots, a top down, a location shot, maybe some spicy shots as well. I'm going to format the card at the start, make sure I'm looking around at my surroundings, make sure I'm very careful with all the trees because it's an acreage property, and get in and out of there as quickly as I can. And usually I can get the drone done in about 5 minutes. Take a little bit more time because it's an acreage property. So I was just chatting with Matt, our photographer. This is another thing you've got to worry about when you're on set is, you know, obviously where he's going to be, especially it's a Twilight shoot. We don't know exactly where he's going to be, where I'm going to be. We've only got limited time with that last kind of 5-10 minute window on the Twilight. So we want to make sure that we're going to be in the right spot. And we've just decided he's going to be a couple of steps ahead of me. So he's going to go get some more photos now. After we get this drone down, I'm getting my last shot now. And then we can get all of the bedrooms. And cool, so we're inside now. Going to shoot the bedroom section, starting with the master. And I'm going to keep it nice and simple. We've got a good blue outglow from the beds, from outside of the bedrooms now. Just going to make sure I spin these fans. I'm going to keep it nice and simple with the bedrooms, just push-ins, because the rest of the property is where all of the spice is. So. That's a really cool feature. So I kind of decided to get a speed ramp of that. But yeah, and then push-ins, turning all them fans on, making sure the exposure's right, line it up, press record, push in. I'm going to change the white balance here because it's a little bit more blue in here. And you can decide to go crazy on speed ramps or do like parallax or push-ins or side-to-sides, whatever you want to do really. But I'm just keeping it simple on this property because there's a lot to cover and I want to make the video as short as I possibly can. Cool, so that's all the bedrooms done. I think there was like 5 to 7 rooms, maybe 8 including all the bathrooms. And I just shot that whole section in about, 3 minutes. So again, just line up the shots, get in and out of there, get it done. Also shot it in the order that I want to edit it in. So it's just gonna make editing nice and easy. Yep. Cool, so I've just decided on the big ramp that I'm gonna do to show off the main living area. Hopefully I can get it in 1, maybe 2 takes, we'll see. But yeah, just make sure it's all ready to go. Oh damn, I can see my reflection in this mirror. I'll just get you like a little bit on this side. All right, so we just line it up and we start. Just make sure you're behind me on the right. Nice, I'll give it another go. I think I got it, but give it another go. So that just obviously captures a huge amount in an exciting way very quickly. Nice, that was the one, I could feel it. So just need to capture a couple more supplementary shots of this living area now. So I think what we can do a spicy FPV shot, shall we? Cool. And then maybe from this angle. Nice. So again, that's just a creative decision that you can make in the moment. I just decided to do a cheeky FPV shot and I'm pretty sure I nailed both the shots in one go. I'll just give this one another go just in case. Cool. And because the kitchen's the most important part, I will just get one more shot of the kitchen. Probably this guy. Because I didn't get really one of the dining before. That's the beauty of this lens as well, you can kind of punch in. Oh. Nice. And one more shot of this living area. Gotta get right far back in the corner for this one. All right, so it's crunch time now. We're really close to the end of the Twilight shoot. We can see it's starting to get really nice outside. So we've got to get the rest of our shots before we don't have enough time. Nice. Then we'll jump in here. It's kind of like that's the angle of the pool, isn't it? And this is the other thing, bro. Like you can see, like I start the movement and then I press record. So like I shot that at a later time, but I could throw that in with the other section. All right, can pretty much get the front now, I'd say. And then, because obviously the Twilight, it's darker down here. So we'll shoot the front sections. And by the time that's done, we can come back around here and shoot the last back sections and we're all done. I could wait a little bit longer, but we're getting cloudy here and it's just like, it's not gonna look good if we wait any longer, so. Cool. Keeping you on your toes, Henry. Sick. It's crunch time for the Twilight now. I'm just gonna get a tighter shot as well. Oh yeah, that's gonna be nice. All right. Come back to our marker here. And hopefully it hasn't been kicked around. Looks like it kind of has. I'll just check the very beginning here. And it does look like it's been moved actually. Well, that's tough. So this Twilight transition might not work. But anyway, we're here. We'll see what we can do. So we'll line it up with the foot, we'll line it up with the top marker, record, and we're moving in. Nice. We're going to get it one more time. This is the beauty. You don't get this with the 14, unfortunately. See, Tamron just dropped a 10 mil Sony. 10 mils, bro. Oh, 2.8. Crazy.
Yeah, I saw Chris Brockhurst or some guy.
Oh yeah. The fence looks ugly in this shot. It is what it is. Nice. All right, let's get our final couple of shots here. And then I'm gonna go home and edit this guy. But yeah, I think we've pretty much covered everything. There's obviously so much that you can cover and I could go into way more detail. See if my rock's still here. It is beautiful. But yeah, this is generally how I approach shooting a property shoot. If you have any questions, let me know. But yeah, definitely check out the editing video as well, because then you'll be able to see how I put this guy together. But thanks for coming along and I'll see you soon.